Okay, my name is Allison. I'm the delivery manager for the passenger terminal complex based at the new Doha International Airport. Okay, the first driver for iPads was really to become more mobile with what we were doing in our day-to-day business. So we were finding that it was taking too long and too cumbersome to fill in all the daily things that we need to do in terms of inspections, either quality or safety or commissioning, daily reports, producing photographic informations, and we were finding that our guys were spending more time writing reports from notes and going from one place to another rather than being in the field. So our first real problem was get the guys in the field doing more inspections and only do the job once. I think from a safety point of view, I would say quite the opposite. I think the iPad from our point of view didn't detract from safety, actually helped us. Two reasons for that. There's the safety, all the safety work we do with the iPad in terms of compliance checks, access to the safety to our database. We do more inspections now because of the iPad, because it's easier and quicker. From a user point of view, obviously we don't want the guys walking around. That's why we introduced wireless into the building, so they stop, input their information or draw up their information, and then they carry on. We've issued satchels or rucksacks for the guys to carry them, so there's nothing to carry in their hands. So I don't see safety as being in any way compromised. In fact, I think quite the opposite. The iPad has improved our safety performance. We've got delivery engineers that do pure progressing and scheduling. We've got delivery engineers that do inspections, and we have delivery engineers based on commissioning. All those engineers do use the iPad and use the BSAPs within them. So we get on using the ESNH database for compliance checks and safety tours. We upload directly. We can access the QAN database, which is our quality bed frame for everything we do on quality inspections. We're going to use Punchworks in the near future for the walk down inspections, and the commissioning guys are using the SharePoint system and the database where all the drawings are kept. Our first issue was drawings. We have thousands and thousands of drawings on multiple revisions, and so we needed to make sure that we had access to InfoWorks. So our first challenge, InfoWorks on the system, then email, then we went on to the BSAPs such as, like I said, ESNH database and QAN database. We've now got the Punchworks database on there, and the client's driver was he wanted more out of the guys he had and he wanted less guys. So back last year when we started looking at this, we were doing an average of 700 inspections a week with the guys that we had. So what we introduced, wireless system and then the iPads, and we kicked it off with 30 iPads. We've progressively increased the number of iPads. Now we've got 90 iPads with our engineers in all facets, and we're now doing somewhere between 1,400 and 1,500 inspections. If you look at it from a person-to-person basis, we were averaging 6 inspections per day, per inspector, because of the amount of time in retrieving the data, entering the data, duplicity of writing it by hand and then putting it in the system. Now we've got certain engineers nearly 20 to 25 inspections per day, and that's been a massive improvement for us. I think we've just sort of touched on the surface. I think the dexterity and the usability of the system needs to be improved. You've got a wide range of 20-year-olds to 50-year-olds, and they've grown up with no IT or lots of IT, so we just need to make that a level playing field for them all. Dexterity of the iPad can be improved, and especially in the BSAPs, as we use mobile computing, so we need to work on that. We want to improve our ability on the databases for QANs. We want to get more information quicker uploaded, and we want to make it easier to do it. So those are the short-term things we have to plan for here. Long-term, I think, if you look at a building of this complexity, the passenger terminal complex has every system in it and it's got every discipline in it. So we're in a position where it's unlimited what we can do. We can do as-built drawings, we can redline drawings, we can actually do AutoCAD on our drawings from here. Which I would say probably 80% of our field staff now use them, and Punchworks, as we all go into Punchworks phase of the job and walking the job down. Every engineer will have one. We'll go up to more than 100 in the next couple of months. You always need data from drawings, and you're always going to do inspections. Inspections are either quality-based, safety-based, or commissioning-based, and you need to go with the specs. So having everything at your fingertips I don't see how that wouldn't expand beyond the civil GBU where we're using it right now. So that's just a question of making the applicable BSAPs more user-friendly on the iPad, and then making everyone aware of how to use them. So I don't think there's a limit to what we can use. Maybe some of the road jobs will be more difficult, but there's ways around that, I'm sure. Building jobs, for sure. And gas and oil, got to be an area for improvement, I would have said.